angel of God, my guardian dear, to who God loves, commit me here. Every these days be at my side, to light and guard, to rule and joy. Oh dear God, thank you for my blessings. I pray that you keep me on the path of life that you want me to walk, and at the end, all I ask is that I become victorious.
You're listening to the Dynamic Dojo Show,
your source for martial arts talk radio.
3, 2, 1, we're live.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to Dynamic Dojo Talk TV with Rusty and Kat. I'm Rusty, and I've got my camera all set really, really low, and I'm joined here by my partner in this show, Kathy Long. Let's see if I can bring up her camera here. There we go. There she is. Hey. And here we are. Hey, it is February 24th, 2000. So please keep tuned in, because after our first segment, we're going to be joined by our special guest, Sensei Vanessa Luna. She's a Goju-Ryu practitioner, and we're going to learn a little bit about her background in the martial arts and everything she does. She's a successful tournament promoter, and all sorts of stuff. And I'm also led to believe she's an author too. So we'll get into that at around. Let's go ahead and bring her out. So can you hear us now, Vanessa?
Yes,
can we hear you?
Yes.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
And I started martial arts class studying Goju, Japanese style, and the students, they were really great. It was about 5 students, and they were all yellow belts, and they were really advanced. They would go to every local tournament that New York had, and I said, I wasn't good at the time. I noticed that I wasn't good, and I trained every single day. That as soon as I would leave class, I would train 3 days a week, and when I would leave class, I would come home in front of the TV punching and kicking, and it was It took me about 2 years, but within those 2 years, I became one of the top 5, and I would go to tournaments with the top 5, and financially we couldn't really afford to go to NASCA and go far, but every local tournament I would place, and I was actually undefeated for 4 years in forms, which was really big to me because I took it as a craft, and I wanted to perfect my form, and I would score 10, and I was undefeated in forms for 4 years, and it took me I was at the age of 16 when I received my my black belt. My instructor, he went from the Boys and Girls Club, and he opened a school. He opened a school in another borough, and he was going through some hard times in his life, where I actually became the instructor for the school for about a whole year by myself. So at the age of 16, I was teaching men. Men would come in the class that were 30, 40 years old, and they would say, "This young girl is going to teach me." And then after I knocked, someone in the head or something when we were sparring, to show them that I could take care of myself, they had respect for me. I was teaching for about a year, and I came one day and the school had closed. I still wanted to keep my training, and with one of the other students that we had, that we were high level, we would keep competing in tournaments. And Draki Dragton from Brooklyn, she had an amazing school, and she saw me one day at a tournament, and she said, "Where's your instructor?" And I said, I'm in between instructors right now. And she invited me to her school in Brooklyn, and I would travel almost 2 hours from the Bronx to Brooklyn, and I would train. It was the first time that I saw in a martial arts school that there was more than 2 females in the class. So,
nice.
That was amazing. She's been a great mentor to me. I went on to college, and I have a degree in social work and counseling. I went to Franklin Pierce University, and I had a martial arts program running while I was in college there. And when I came back, I said, it's time to start my dream. And my dream was always to have a martial arts tournament. Since I was 15 years old, I wrote a plan and a book of how I wanted my tournament to be. One of the things that I saw was that the students that were 15 and 16 years old, they would wind up leaving. It wasn't, we would go to tournaments and we would just keep winning trophies, but there wasn't anything different. And I wanted to have a martial arts tournament that was different, that would make people want to compete, that would make people say, I want to go to this tournament because every time I go, it's fun. Making them want to compete even more.
Right.
And
right.
I thought of what is it that I love to do, because they say if you're gonna work in something every day, it has to be something that you enjoy. And two of the most things that I enjoy in my life is music and martial arts. Martial arts has been my first love. And in 2005, I had my first the musically recognized martial arts tournament, where I got Def Jam and Interscope Records to give promotional items. Everyone who came to the event got a gift bag full with CDs and posters. I gave out I gave out $5,000 in cash prizes in my first tournament, and that was like the big thing to me that I wanted. One of my goals in my life is, why can't my husband is a professional boxer, Angel Luna. He's a featherweight professional boxer, and it's so amazing to me that for fights they're getting 10, 20,000. Why is it that martial artists, we train just as hard, that we can't go to a tournament and compete for $10,000 in cash prize, 20,000, 30,000. So I'm making it my life mission to one day have a tournament where we're giving out over $50,000 in cash prizes. Maybe about 4 years ago, I thought of having a video game. I've thought of having a video game where people who win in my tournament get featured in the video game. And I came out with Mr. Matt 2K17. And the characters that are in that video game have been martial artists that I look up to. I work closely with Jerry Fontanez, which my tournament is on March 24th. It's Region 11 official tournament for WUMA, World United Martial Arts Federation. And my video game, last year we did Mr. Matt 2K18. So this year is going to be the first time where I have a tournament, and whoever wins is going to be characters in Mr. Matt 2K19. Yes, and it's about for martial artists to be able to have a professional career in martial arts. I love, ever since I was young, it was my heart and soul, and I, every day practicing. And why can't we as martial artists be on the same platform as MMA and boxing? There might be a lot of MMA supporters out there, but it hurts me that martial arts didn't grow to that platform. My martial arts tournament is going to be on pay-per-view. It'll be available in 167 countries. So if you can't make it, you could see us on pay-per-view. And that was another big thing for me. My husband has boxing fights, in different types of scales, small venues, but they're always on pay-per-view. So this is the first time that I'm bringing it on March 24th, where I'll have it on pay-per-view.
Wow.
So, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, I've never even thought about, a martial arts tournament on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens, but go ahead, Kat.
There are a few countries that actually do that. They put it on pay-per-view. But I was just thinking, not only does she have to have, something worth to make it worthwhile for people to sign up, but it's also a huge issue on making sure the tournaments run correctly. The judges know what they're doing. The scores are done correctly. The divisions are run smoothly, depending on whether they have kids or adults, and how that goes first or second or third or whatever. I mean, there's so much involved in making sure that tournament's done right.
For this year, we're using WUMA, the World of Martial Arts Federation. We're using their rules. Together with Jerry Fontanez, we've looked at the rules, and to me, I've come from a traditional martial arts background, so I want to keep the traditional. One of the things that we're doing is that we're using 1 point for a kick, and we're using 1 point for a punch.
Where is it again? It's on Google Play and on Amazon.
Yes, and you could just type in Mr. Matt, which is MRMAT.
Mr. Matt.
Okay, Mr. Matt.
2K18.
2K18.
Okay. Very cool. Mr. Matt 2K18.
That stands for my first tournament, the musically recognized martial arts tournament.
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to type this in just to make sure I'm typing it in right, so that way people can. Is it all one word, Mr. Matt 2K18?
There's a space with the 2K18.
Okay, Mr. Matt 2K18. Okay, there it is. Yeah, Mr. Matt. It's Well, there's Mr. Matt 2K17 and Mr. Matt 2K18, and it's right there. Right
So
there.
Russ, just type that in.
Yeah, just type it in, Mr. Matt 2K18. Let's see if I can get it to show on here.
Yeah,
so as our numbers grow, we'll be on Xbox and PlayStation. I've spoken to
Who is that?
And they're willing to put out the game. I'm just waiting to be able to have enough funds to do so, to put it on Xbox and PlayStation.
Nice. Very cool. And it's $1.99, folks. So go get it. Go get it. Mr. Matt 2K18, a video game based on a real martial arts tournament. And it's got arcade mode and versus mode.
And any downloads for the games for 2K17 and 18, 100% of that goes to the Grand Champion prizes.
Nice. Oh, how cool is that?
100%.
How cool is that? So this is kind of cool. You can select your characters and stuff like that. So this is just the preview of the game right here. I mean, how cool is that? It's pretty wild. Round 1, fight. And there's this lady in a tank top, completely like messing up this guy in a bowling shirt. It looks like that's pretty cool, actually. I mean, like check this out, folks. It's like it reminds me a lot of the old Street Fighter game. It's pretty cool. Wow.
It's actually the first fighting game where the controller's on the screen.
Cool.
Oh,
when is your next tournament, Vanessa?
It's on March 24th in Queens, New York.
Queens, New York.
Nice.
And I have a website for the tournament, and the website is Mr. Matt 2K19.
Wow.
Okay.
Kat, I've always wanted to go to New York.
You've never been? We gotta go, girl.
I've never been. I've always wanted to come out there and do a live broadcast from.
Let's do it. I almost beat the crap out of a taxi driver in New York one time.
Tell us about that real quick. Real quick.
I was taking a friend's daughter to her first year of college in Manhattan, and we had the green light to cross the street. We were pedestrians. We were walking, and a taxi comes barreling down and almost runs over all of us. And I smashed my hand on the trunk of his car, and I was screaming at him, screaming obscenities at him, and he stops. And he starts to get out, and I started to walk toward him because I'm thinking, all right, well, fine. And then all my friends grab me, and they're pulling me back, and the cops are across the street laughing their ass off at me. Meanwhile, the taxi driver ran and got back in his car. I think because I was willing to walk up to him, made him nervous. Right. I don't know, but New York.
That's funny. Yep.
I love New York.
Yeah, I'd love to go. I've never been in New York. So Eric Dutra writes in and is speaking about you, Vanessa, and he writes, "What a talented and intelligent young lady to bring such attention to martial arts. I wish you all the best. Sounds like you are doing a good thing. I like your ambition."
Thank you so much.
How cool is that?
Thank you so much.
And Victoria goes, "Hey, Rusty, you know who I am. It's Robert Dixon's girlfriend." Hi. Yes, Victoria, I know who you are. So you beat up all these black belts, Victoria? Holy moly. What are you doing? Beating up those poor black belts. So when you started, when you decided to follow your dream about hosting your own tournament, you said you wanted to host a tournament since you were 15. At what age was it when you hosted your first tournament?
I was 25 years old.
25. Nice. And yeah. What got you? What resources did you have to pull to learn how to do it? I mean, I know your husband had helped a lot with at least the logistics, like you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. But what resources did you have to pull on the martial arts side, karate side, traditional martial arts side, to make your tournament happen?
Viniendo de Santo Domingo a pelear aquí en los Estados Unidos, hubo ocasiones que cogí 2 o 3 peleas por falta de dinero.
When he first came to the United States, he had a couple of fights lined up that was able to give him some money.
Comencé a cortar cabello en Santo Domingo, inicié a recortar cabello.
Before I left Santo Domingo, I started cutting hair.
Esa fue la idea de alguien que me dijo que necesitaba cortar cabello y me discipliné hasta aprender y venía aquí a seguir ejerciendo la peluquería para recortar cabello.
Someone had given me the idea that I should learn how to cut hair before I left Santo Domingo. That way, when I come to the United States, I could have a job cutting hair. And that's what started me cutting hair at the barbershop.
La historia que puede ser un chiste es que en la barbería casi siempre va mucha gente a pasar el tiempo, a tratar de hablar casi de todo lo que le pasa en la calle, lo que le pasa en la casa. Siempre la barbería es como un pasatiempo a través del trabajo.
In the barbershop, there's a lot of people who go there and they talk about their life, they talk about their job, they talk about everything that they do. So the barbershop is a big place where you hear a lot of jokes and you hear a lot of people talking about their life.
Vamos a decir que no, vamos a decir que me va mejor que en los otros sitios que he estado. ¿Qué puedo decir? Nada, cada situación nos pone en otro lugar mejor.
Since he's been here, he's been in a couple of barbershops when he was in Brooklyn and then moving back to the Bronx after he got married. And he says that every place has been a place where he's gained experience and he's learned from. So we're right here at Morris Park. We're in the barbershop where Angel rents a chair at. When he's not training, he's at the barbershop. Angel, how long have you been a barber?
Yeah.
Since that kid on barber?
5
years. So before he left the Dominican Republic, he made sure that he had a job when he came over here. And they told him they could get him a job in a barbershop. So before he left the Dominican Republic to come here, he studied barber. And as soon as he got here, he became a barber. And every chance that he's not in the gym, he comes and he works. So he says that he's doing the job little by little to make it to the top. Everything is a sacrifice. He's been in the United States. He's been here in New York for about 5 years right now. His English is a little bit. He went to. He's been going to school to get better. You want to say something in English? So we're right here. This is the making of the Mr. Matt 2K19. My husband Angel Luna, Vanessa Herrera Luna, Victoria Unit.
Bueno, como muchos me conocen, soy dominicano, oriendo de Yamasá,
I'm Dominican.
provincia de Monte Plata.
Yamasá, Dominican Republic. Y cuando tú viniste a los Estados Unidos, ¿a dónde, qué parte tú fuiste?
¿Qué parte yo he ido aquí?
No, cuando tú viniste para vivir, ¿qué es la primera parte donde tú
La primera parte cuando yo vine de Santo Domingo fue Brooklyn, New York.
I moved here home and I moved to Brooklyn, New York.
No recuerdo. No me suena el nombre nada porque, pero si tuve,
¿Qué es los gyms que tú estabas?
tuve en Trinity Boxing,
En Trinity Gym, Trinity
en
Boxing
el
Gym,
Gleason.
en Gleason's Boxing Gym.
He ido a muchos gyms a entrenar que no recuerdo el nombre bien.
I've been to a lot of gyms that I can't remember the exact name.
Mayormente desde que tengo conocimiento me gusta escuchar la música cristiana de Dios y esas son las músicas que me inspiran más a tener mi mente más tranquila
From the beginning, I like to
mentalmente.
listen to gospel music that it keeps my mind more patient and relaxed.
En estos últimos años he estado escuchando música diferente para variar, pero mayormente mi música favorita son la música cristiana.
Lately, I've been listening to different types of music, but my majority, I listen to gospel music,
Claro,
of course.
siempre enciendo un guanteo, una pelea, siempre un guanteo para mí era como una pelea y ya una pelea mucho mayor que yo sabía que ese era mi tiempo para y minuto por minuto, segundo por segundo para acabar con el peleador que tenía enfrente.
Always doing practice fights, whether it's a practice fight or a real fight, I always try to think in my mind that I'm going to destroy this person from the beginning. So every time I step to a fight, or whether I'm practicing in the gym or I'm at a real fight, I always think of destroying this person before touching him.
Yeah. La última pelea que yo tuve,
The last fights that I had,
no sé qué ha pasado.
I don't know what happened.
Me cansaba de preguntarme
I get tired of asking
qué es lo que pasa, que no soy ese peleador
what happened
que tenía ese instinto, un instinto criminal encima del ring.
that had that mentality of being like a criminal in the ring.
Todo el que me vio pelear
Everybody who sees me fighting
y me vio peleando en los últimos años,
and saw me fighting
sabe que yo no era el mismo peleador.
they know that I'm not the same fighter that I was.
En mi opinión, una de mis mejores peleas fue la de Fireman, cuando tuve la oportunidad por primera vez de que mi pueblo, mi país me vea en televisión, tomé riesgo en sabiendo que estaba subiendo de categoría y de nivel.
My first fight that I believe was with Kevin Farmer. Kevin Farmer is the world champion current now for featherweight fighters. And it was the first time that I came into the country and I had a fight that was on national television. It was the first time that people in my country could see me fighting on television.
Para mí fue una experiencia
For me, it was an experience
grande porque al venir de donde yo vine
to come from where I
y en menos de un año y medio
in less than a year and a half
estar en pelea grande,
to be in a big fight like that.
eso me enseñó a que yo he trabajado por lo que estoy logrando ahora. Eso me enseñó que yo he estado trabajando, que yo trabajé fuerte para cosechar lo que he estado cosechando, peleando en televisión, en pelea grande.
That showed me that everything that I worked hard for got me to the level of being on television.
¿Qué te digo?
What do I tell you?
Yo soy un hombre que cree mucho en Dios y
I'm a man that believes a lot in God.
yo pienso que Dios tiene un plan para cada quien en este mundo.
In this world,
No hay pareja perfecta, no hay familia perfecta,
there's no couples that are perfect or family.
pero todo esto tiene un fin, tiene una historia, porque Dios está permitiendo que todo esto pase.
But all this has a story because God allowed all this to happen.
Y es bueno porque la familia te inspira. Mi esposa, Mawai, mi esposa, me da mucha inspiración, me dice, si esto es lo que tú quieres, vamos a trabajar por él. Mi hijo está ahí mirando todo lo que nosotros estamos haciendo. Qué mejor que tener su familia como motivación.